Good day. It is no doubt important to most of us that we can sit in the convenience of our homes and offices in our own space doing transactions, in particular government citizen transactions. It is important for us to be able to have that privilege that the governments around the world had, gave us so that we can be more comfortable doing business with government. But there is a concept called e-government, and e-government is basically government online, government in your space at your fingertips. And many countries have embraced e-government, e-democracy, basically the democratic outflow online, e-participation. Citizens are able to participate in the decision making of government to a level. That is something that you would like to appreciate, that you are not able to participate in total. But the whole concept is that e-government uh, afford individuals, afford citizens to be a part of the governmental step. I mean, you have representatives in your area, in your constituency, who represent you in government. So there's this conduit that your representatives play as it relates to you and government. But how government manage information technology, it's very important. Managing information technology in the public sector, managing information technology in public administration. And I'd like to look at a case in point. Uh, the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation in Jamaica. KSAC is sometimes called the Kingston and St. Andrew Metropolitan Corporation. That I think that is KSAMC. And you will see that being interchanged, especially in this presentation. But government really need to assist and enable the citizens to participate in decision making and to in the comfort of their own homes, being able to do transactions with government. Or does the KSAC in Jamaica does this? It's critical that we take a look at this today. All right. Look, I'll be talking about a number of things. The executive summary of this investigation as it relates to the KSAC and e-government. I'll be introducing the thing, the concept, and also look at the social context of government, the KSAC, as it relates to ICT. I'll also be looking at the institutional settings, the budget allocations as it relates to ICT in the KSAC, and the developmental strategies used, or that is linked to central government, and also the implementation of ICT within the KSAC, and look at the social media use before I look at the policy implementation that I'd like to suggest. Okay, for those of you who may not know, maybe watching from outside of Jamaica, listening from outside of Jamaica, the KSAC, Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, or Kingston and St. Andrew Metropolitan Corporation, KSAMC, is a local government entity in Kingston, Jamaica. My aim is to examine to understand the integration of information and communication technology within the KSAC. Mark Hughes, central government ensure internet access to its citizens. You'll learn more about that. And the KSAC had failed, however, based on my investigation, to create the required level of interaction between its office and the citizen of Kingston and St. Andrew. There was also an increased use of the networking tactics, which I will talk to you more about. You understand the principle of networking tactics as a type of posting, social media posting by government in the realm of e-government. And there was an increased, there would need to be an increase in engagement efforts by the KSAC. That seems to be lacking. And they need to follow a few more organizations and politically engaged individuals. That was also lacking during my investigation of the local government entity. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAC, as we know, those of you in Jamaica, is an integral part of the political process in the country. The political directorate consists of 40 councillors who are elected every 3 years. As we know, back in Jamaica, the political party with the majority votes would select the mayor for the city. And we are talking here now about Kingston and St. Andrew, Kingston coupled with St. Andrew as it relates to the municipal division. And the aim of this investigation was to examine the integration of ICT into the whole e-governmenting process. What's the social context? Jamaica has growing, and Kingston as well as growing and has become socially viable, and people are living better over the years. It is realized that people are having more access to internet, and people are becoming more educated, and therefore Jamaica has grown so much, has developed so much, and more people are becoming comfortable, as I'd like to think. But Heritage.org, at score Jamaica's economic freedom at 67.4, which make the country's economy 46th in the 2022 index, while ranking 7th among 32 countries in the Americas region. And that is pretty much important to a small country like Jamaica, with that ranking based on the index. And therefore it tells you that Jamaica has a very levered social context, especially as it relates to embracing the concept of e-government. Kingston is not only considered urban with social, business, and political activities, but there are many top-class educational institutions that spur literacy among its people, and therefore that spur of literacy would facilitate not only the access of internet to again facilitate e-government, but it also means that individuals are more likely to operate the interface, the technological interface based on the level of education that has been flowing around Kingston. Kingston has a very large population, and St. Andrew also has a very large population, and therefore, with that twinned division, the concept of Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation as engulf a large citizen population, and therefore it's critical to understand the importance of that. The Jamaican central government has shown commitment to the development of ICT as an important aspect of its e-government infrastructure. This is basically seen in a document that the Jamaican government had put out, the final draft of its 2030 plan. And it had started to create this sort of a infrastructure to roll out ICT in governmental agencies, but it's really aimed to be somewhat perfect in 2030, hence the 2030 plan. Jamaica has ranked first place in e-government among Caribbean nations for 3 years by the United Nations Global E-Government Rankings. That is very important as we look at Kingston and St. Andrew. But it's sort of a deductive concept because the central government play a very important part in the development of ICT and the government in the local municipality of Kingston and St. Andrew. So therefore, the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation e-government platforms have positioned itself to show the evidence of central government commitment to the use and development of ICT in government agencies. What are the budgetary allocations the developmental strategies use? As I've said to you, central government, during my investigation of the KSAC as it relates to managing ICT in public sector, I realized that central government played an important part in the development of ICT in KSAC. The KSAC has strategized its financial portfolio to ensure efficiency through scientific management because it structured its financial departments so that each department or subdivision control a particular aspect of the financial procedure, the financial drive. Under its administration or its administrative structure, there is a financial management and accounting division, which is very important. Financial management, so you know there's a level of stick to itiveness within that division as it relates to finance. However, one of the strategies used by the government to foster e-government in the KSAC was to involve the private public sector partnership, involve the public sector and the private sector in ensuring access to internet and improving connectivity within the country, and in particular within Kingston and the St. Andrew metropolitan region. Again, COVID-19 had taught us a lot. Had taught us more than anything else the need for connectivity, and it somewhat had spurred the commitment to ensure that there's a level of connectivity. The fact that persons were working from home and need this connectivity, children were being schooled from home and need that connectivity. So it has unfolded in this sort of drive for the government to partner with these entities to ensure the level of connectivity and access to internet is high. The government of Jamaica assists in the establishment of community-owned internet cafes and cyber centers. Therefore, they have involved the private sector in this endeavor. With that in mind, the KSAC has implemented the ICT concept within the Metropolitan Office in a very peculiar way. Again, the central government is important in this effort. Based on central government commitment to allocate funds so that governmental agency can get involved in an efficient and meaningful e-government platform, the KSAC has made several transformative efforts to enhance its e-government concept. My investigation has revealed that the website of the KSAC does not facilitate However, the submission of applications online, there's no clear evidence of that. However, its online services include online property tax payment by connecting users to the site of the tax administration of Jamaica. So it's sort of a third party thing that I've seen here, and it's not a direct sort of thing as it relates to paying local taxes, but naturally to link users who want to pay taxes to the tax administration of Jamaica. The detailed display of the cost for license and such as barber license and hairdresser's license were as interesting as the provision of easy to locate resources such as resolutions. That was evident in my investigation of the Kingston and St. John Corporation e-government effort. Building applicants may also search for their application status online, and that is important because that shows a bit of what I'd want to call informative release of things that the citizens want to check up on to find out how they're doing and if they're being successful with applications that they have made. The government has used social media, and that is critical. They have used Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, ICT platform. That the KSAC has done that, and the Facebook page of the KSAC, basically allow us to understand where they're going and where the sort of commitment that they have in relation to ensuring a meaningful and effective and efficient e-governmental platform within the municipal corporation. Let's look though at some of the concepts that aligns with municipal posting within social media, because under public administration there are levers, and in fact there are certain concepts that may be used to analyze the posting made by government in the realm of e-government. There is the push statics. The push statics would basically facilitate the mayor, if they use it, facilitate the mayor's office to just inform citizens about events, public services, without expecting feedback. Just saying, this is the case, this is what going on. Give information. So that sort of posting that we call in public administration push tactics basically suggests that the government would just give information, become an informative platform for its citizens, and that's a sort of posting that suggests push tactics. But there is also, on the other hand, pull tactics. And pull tactics posting, social media communication in e-government, basically requires feedback from citizens. The government wants to hear you. The government wants to pull from you your thinking, what your perceptions are. So those are pull tactics, and there are some posting that elicit this sort of feedback based on the nature of the posting that the government has made on the social media platform. In addition, there's what we call in public administration networking tactics, and this suggests a request for dialogue with the citizens. Government, based on that posting, elicit dialogue let me hear you, let me talk back to you. All right, dialogue through electronic and subsequently non-electronic means, because when the dialogue starts, you might find the government using non-electronic means to follow up based on that start of dialogue in on the social media platform. And this may certainly mean dialogue as it relates to particular topics, challenges, issues that enforce between or within government, between government and citizens. The government may also use social media to express non-political gestures such as expression of farewell, goodbye, congratulations, or expressions of social grooming. This is basically called a symbolic presentations as it relates to e-government communication style. So we have the push tactics, giving you information, the pull tactics, we need information from you, the networking tactics, we need not only to give you information and get information from you, feedback from you, but we need to talk at this dialogue. And the symbolic presentations. Hey, just need to say hi. It's non-political, just need to say congratulations to somebody from the other party. Or, just need to say thanks. Or just need to talk about a restaurant that had fed us during a conference or something. That's the sort of a symbolic presentation tactics. The the government really really has done well in certain aspect of these posting, and I should tell you that if you look at it, the not the government, the this KSAC, the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, has scored well in my analysis of the Facebook page only. I've not touched the Instagram page or the Twitter, the Facebook page during the period of October 7th to December 8th. 10 postings during that time. It's 30 represents 33.3% reflected the push tactics. In other words, it reflected the tactics of information, just giving the public information, giving you information. 13 posts or 43.3% represent the pull tactics. Hey, I need feedback. We need feedback. The government needs feedback. 1 or 3.3% out of the 30 posts represent networking. Let's dialogue. Let's talk about this topic. And 6 posts represent the symbolic posting, and that's 20% of the KSAC posting during the period of this October 7th to December 8th on its Facebook page. Now, considering that, but let's look at some specific of these things here. The KSAC posted on December 8th, 2022, information on the importance and use of its website. That's a sort of a push information factor, push factor. The KSAC also posted on the same day informing the constituency through its social media about building guidelines that should be followed when applying for permits. Another push factor. There's also reposted a newspaper article titled "Back-ins for More Cadets in Schools." This appeared to elicit feedbacks. Hey, let me hear your views on this. It was published by the Jamaica Observer, a prominent newspaper in Jamaica. So the KSAC reposted that in order to get the feedback from its Facebook users. KSAC also posted a video on November 22, 2022 on the youth meal presentation, and there you will see I placed a number of youths there, and the mayor having dialogue with them, and that's the sort of thing that the KSAC also facilitate on their Facebook page. And November 26, 2022, there was a posting saying congratulations to some of the employees of the KSAC who had received awards from another agency for long service to public administration. That's symbolic, as we have said. Just it's non-political, saying congratulations, to employees, and that's also part of the posting. A post was also published on December 1st. That was World AIDS Day, December 1st, 2022, with season's greetings, however, to its approximately 2.3 thousand followers, and that's also symbolic for the Kingston and St. John Joe Corporation. However, on November 12th, 2022, the municipal had also posted a link for followers to register for a webinar that would facilitate discussion on a particular topic, and that is also non-political and networking. That is also a networking tactics, because it's a means of having the sort of a dialogue that e-government facilitate, and the KSAC has ensured that they had done that to the best of their ability. Now, on November 26, 2022, we talked about the KSAC congratulating some persons who have received award, and that is a critical concept that needs to be told, that the KSAC had tried to ensure that symbolic aspect of posting, of communication through e-government exists within the municipal, or through the municipal. But if you look at it, it's really, really tiny, that the push tactics are less than the pull tactics, indeed, because the push tactics is 33.3%, the pull tactics is 43.3%. But you realize that the KSAC asks for more feedback. Yeah, they ask for a lot of feedbacks, and they push a lot of information out, but they're not doing well on networking, dialoguing, talking to and listening, to the people, having this conversation. The social media posting has not facilitates the conversation that e-government should have in order to be more meaningful. And even the symbolic aspect of things, the non-political congratulations and farewell, more than the dialoguing, and the dialoguing as somewhat narrowed, and it's very important that the KSAC consider the challenge that may have on e-democracy, e-participation, and indeed on e-government. What are the policy implications of all of this? The municipal need to be more out there, to engage the people, to engage the citizen. And engaging the citizen mean having dialogue. It may change as the local government election draw closer. However, there is a need to reflect its ICT more digital and interactive, hence what we call the horizontal stage of e-government. Interaction, having this dialogue with the people. More of that need to happen. The dialoguing is low, extremely low. It's the lowest aspect of the social media posting from the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation in Jamaica. There should also be a section dedicated to the live broadcast and uploads of public meetings. We're not seeing that. My investigation has not revealed that is happening. This would allow viewers to post questions that could be eventually answered by the appropriate persons. And this would naturally enhance e-democracy, e-participation, and it will make e-governance within the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation looks good. Within the Jamaica Labour Party, who has the government now, looks good. There is also a need to increase the use of networking tactics type of posting to enhance dialogue with the citizen. We have basically said that, and we cannot overemphasize that because it is very important to have this dialogue even before election time, right? And it is also important that the municipality engage, right, the citizen in a way that they will be able to understand and create this transparency between between citizen and government, and it's very, very critical that this transparency is created through the social media use, and also through e-government as it relates to making the people feel that they can trust the local government. Why is it that the municipality fail to follow more people? It may be a social media concept that you follow less and make more follow you. However, the municipality needs to follow a few more organizations and politically engaged individuals at its page. Yes, it has 2.3 K followers and 219 followings as of December 10, 2022 at 12:23 p.m. This needs to be addressed by the KSAC, and indeed there need to be this sort of a dialogue where it's important with the citizen. I thank you for watching, and this investigation was very important to me as a Kingstonian. Naturally, I'm a Jamaican and I'm a Kingstonian. I was born in Kingston and lived in Kingston for many, many, many years before migrating to the United States. And I tell you this, the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation is a very, very important political entity within the division, within Kingston and St. Andrew. We want the KSAC to succeed. We would want to have more dialogue from the KSAC with its citizens, and therefore it's important that the KSAC looks into the ICT concept that it has, and be more affordable, right, as it relates to developing the e-governmental aspect of the corporation, and therefore I'm hoping that there will be some change as it relates to networking tactics in posting on social media. I would like to continue my investigation with Twitter and Instagram, because this investigation was merely on Facebook. That might be a limitation, but soon I should be looking at the other social media. Mr. Mayor, congratulations on the job that you have been doing, and continue to work with the people of Kingston and St. Andrew. Thank you.